Hi, my name's Catherine Green. I have just finished my Masters at Holt International Business School. I did a Masters in International Marketing, and as a student here I started up the Lifestyle Club, which led to the creation and production of iFashion London. iFashion London was a concept that we came up with. As business students, we found that it can be very difficult for us to enter the creative industry. So iFashion London was created around the idea of connecting business and creative students in order to build their networks, provide them with further skills in business and the creative areas, and then to introduce them to industry people as well. I set up the Lifestyle Club in September of 2012, and it was just a small group of students interested in the luxury and fashion industries. From there we decided to create a fashion show based around our concept, and that this is where we came up with iFashion London and the connection between business and creative. So from conception in September, it was up until January, the sort of brainstorming around the idea of a fashion show, and from there, iFashion London launched in July of 2013, sorry. We started the Lifestyle Club because we, as business students, wanted to find ways to connect to the fashion industry in London. We wanted to build our skills within marketing and fashion, and we also wanted to create and promote events around fashion and luxury as a part of Holt Business School. When we created the Lifestyle Club, it was basically just a group of students coming together. So we started talking about the fashion industry and what we could do. From there we started to realise that we would need some money to do what we wanted to do. So we started fundraising, and from that came events to fundraise. So things as small as selling masks for the Winter Bowl, etc., that kind of thing. And then as we moved further towards iFashion London, it was sort of starting to build up professional speaking events to get our message out there, and then eventually sort of the process of creating a project as big as iFashion London. As a student, there are always problems that you come across as a club at a business school. You'll always come up against people who think that you maybe don't have enough experience to be doing what you're doing, or they don't exactly understand why you're doing what you're doing, and so there's always the issue of trying to overcome perceptions of students and their place within the industry. The way that we overcame this problem was by continually talking to different people in the industry and using our connections to build up the iFashion brand into into something that was credible and believable. So it became not just us as a group of students, it became iFashion London as a brand, who not only said that, told people what we would be doing, but also delivered on what we said we would be doing. The advice that I would give to people trying to set something up in the same way that we did is to not give up. No matter how many times we heard no, we still went back out there and tried a different way. If it doesn't work one way, you try something else. Don't take no as your first answer. There's always a way to follow up with that. There's always a way to change that answer. And there's always different ways to get what you want. The way that you come up with a concept may not be what it ends up looking like, but often the end product is better than what you first thought it would be. So basically, I guess one of the hardest things for a student-led organisation is the fact that you're juggling a school course with this, plus internships, plus everything else, and often there can be a lot of problems with commitment to what you're trying to do. So I think that one of the biggest things that you can often do is get commitment right from the start and make this an internship, or make this something else that then becomes a part of their lives, rather than just something that they're doing on the weekends, which then adds to the credibility and the brand that you're trying to build. iFashion London has enabled me to grow as a person. I have learned so much more about project management, about leadership, about team building, about the energy that you can have around an entrepreneurial project. One of the best things that has come out of this for me is that there are some amazing people out there who can do incredible things, and if they have passion and you give them a platform to enable them to do what they do best, they will thrive, and it's actually incredible to see what they can come up with. There's this amazing quote, and it's basically how I live my life, to be honest. Okay, so people will never remember what you did or what you said, but they will always remember how you made them feel. If you're going through life as a person who has this negative energy, you're never going to get anywhere. Use the positivity and treat every person as you would want to be treated, and you will be the most successful person out there, to be honest.